Hey YouTube family, it's Burner Girl from Burner Tactical Training. And today I just wanted to go over a few things that I do teach in my concealed carry classes and also handgun qualification. And I also teach one-on-one instruction. For those who do not know, I am an NRA certified instructor. I am in the state of Maryland. I do teach basic pistol instruction and in most of my classes, if not all, I definitely talk about situational awareness, duty to retreat, and castle doctrine. Those are some of the main ones that I go over. We go over all the laws when we do concealed carry and HQL just because it is required. But I just wanted to get on here and go through those just briefly and just give you just a teeny tidbit of what I teach in each of those subjects. So, when I'm doing one-on-one instruction, I try to put my students in different scenarios and talk about situational awareness. One of the things that I try to stress and teach, especially for women, is that when we're out and about, because we're not going to always be with our significant other, we have to be, have situational awareness, know our surroundings, pay attention to who's watching us, and make sure that we're watching others as well. If you out and about, and I know I'm guilty of this because um being a business owner, I have four different businesses, and so my phone is my lifeline a lot of the times. And so I am guilty of being in my phone, having my head in my phone and not paying attention. But we have to pay attention. If we're coming out of the store, it doesn't matter where we are. If we're out with friends, shopping, restaurants, wherever. Um, don't just depend on the exit and the entry that you come in and out of at the front of wherever. I always tell people to know the other exits wherever you're going. If you got to do some research ahead of time, know those other exits just in the event that you have to retreat from a situation. Um, and in Maryland, we do have a duty to retreat. And when I took my concealed carry course, I was under the impression that duty to retreat applied for when you're in your home, and that is not the case. So basically, duty to retreat is for when you're out in the public. For example, if you're at a restaurant or um, I don't know, you could be at a concert, wherever. Do some research ahead of time and know the additional exits, emergency exits, whatever. Try not to limit yourself to the way that you enter a place. Because you do have a duty to retreat if you're in public, and if someone is coming in to do some kind of invasion or robbery, you want to make sure you can get out safely. That is always the goal. um, Never try to confront your attacker. The goal is to get home to your family safely. I will say that the law in Maryland is you do have a duty to retreat if you can do so safely. So in the event, say like, okay, your additional exits where you're going to leave if something was to happen. But say like it's more than one person, it's more than one intruder. They're coming in from more than one direction. If you can't get out through the front or the rear because there's more than one person, then at that point your duty to retreat is null and void, because it's no longer safe for you to do so. So for Maryland, we do have a duty to retreat in public, but only in a safe situation. If it's not safe, then that's out the window. Then you have the right to defend yourself in the event that, you know, you have to do that. Um, as far as castle doctrine goes, and that's one of the things that I love about one of the only things I love about Maryland and the gun laws is that castle doctrine definitely applies. If you have someone invading your home, they have no business being there. You have the right to defend yourself and your family. And the good thing is in Maryland, that goes beyond you. Your children, if you have younger children, and when I say younger, I'm 47, right? I have grandkids, but my children from Kyrie on the way all the way up. Kyrie's 10 years old. He's been training since he was 7. and my 21-year-old, um, is, very well trained in firearms and safety. I have pretty much something for everybody in my household that they can handle in the event that we had a home invasion or there was a situation. Um, and yeah, so the good thing about Castle Doctrine in Maryland is that that applies to your whole household. It even goes as far as to your guests. So if you have family from out of town, they're in your home, someone tries to do a home invasion, guess what? Everybody in your house can correct the intruder. Okay? I love it. So I would advise also not using more force than necessary, because if you're doing that, then you could end up in court. Also, this my little tidbit. Make sure that the intruder is all the way in your house. The last thing you want to do is use deadly force and you hit them and they fall outside your house, because then you may have some explaining to do. I would definitely recommend making sure they're all the way in. So when you hit them, it's clear that they had no business being there and you are defending your home. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have right now for situational awareness, duty to retreat, and the cancel doctrine. And that's just a small part of it. I didn't want to make this too long. Just wanted to give you a few things that I do go over with my students. And yeah, I think I will be doing more of these. So let me know what some of the things are in your state. If you are an instructor, also let me know what are some of the things that you like talking about in your classes. And if I said anything that is incorrect, I am a new instructor. I still train, you know what I mean? And I'm still learning. Learning never stops until you reach the grave. So if I said anything that's incorrect and someone knows, please enlighten me and, leave the comments and just let me know what you think. And also, yeah, I take constructive criticism. I take it as nothing but that. And yeah, so I am one of those instructors that believes in continuous training. Shout out to Shawnee and Mike at Hearts and Holsters, my instructors. I love them. If you are looking to get any kind of training, you can definitely train with them or me. They also do DC now, which I don't do yet because haven't had enough time instructing. But definitely for if you need DC, hit them up. They are freaking amazing. And I'll be taking more classes with them as well. Those are my coaches. I love them to death. But yeah. So that is all I have right now, family, and I will try to do more videos regarding the gun laws in the state of Maryland, and hopefully they get better, because I'm telling you, I am so over it. I want my Glock Gen 6. Like, I want all of them. I'm so upset about that. They tabled that issue for the Maryland handgun roster. So we cannot right now order that firearm, and I'm so in my feelings. So hopefully next month when they reconvene, they'll approve, the Glock Gen 6s so I can get mine. And I'll be very late to the party, but I would love to have that in my possession. And I apologize for the background noise. My children and my grandchildren are playing. So if you hear any background noise, that's what it is. It sounds like they're having a meeting. Anyway, YouTube, I love you guys. My 2A family, salute to all of you. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Yes, because when I'm next to a woman.